So we continue with the second chapter where we left with. Okay, so we have done with the second law of motion. First law of motion is, what is the first law of motion? Newton's first law of motion. Can anyone tell? Ganesh? Ganesh, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you tell the first law of motion?
Ma'am, an object remains in a state of rest or in a
Don't
motion.
read. In your words, you can tell me. Don't read anything.
Okay, ma'am.
In your words, you can tell.
Okay, ma'am. When an object is at rest and or a uniform motion, uh,
Don't mug up. It's a very easy, very simple thing. Rupika?
Ma'am, a body at rest will remain in rest, and a body in motion will continue in motion unless any external force is compelled to change its state of rest or motion, uniform motion.
Yes, in simple words, anyone tell me?
Ma'am, can I?
In simple words, I need. In your own words.
Ma'am, a object remains in a state of rest or uniform motion until an external unbalanced force is applied on it.
Yes, right. Yes, Pranjal?
Ma'am, when I was about to tell the same thing.
So that means any object is at rest, or if it is in motion, will remain in the motion. If any object is at rest, will remain in the same position. It won't change its position. Or even any object is in motion, will remain in that motion with the same speed until or unless any force is applied on it. Any unbalanced force need to be applied on it, then only these states will change. Otherwise, these states won't change. This is what the first law of motion. Now, Ganesh, can you tell me? Ganesh, can you tell me now? Where you're gone? Switch on your videos, everyone. Everyone's videos are not still on. Okay. So that is first law of motion. Second law of motion. Trishula?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ma'am, the rate of change of momentum. Can I just read once?
Simple words. Newton has given all. This time he was not knowing much more things. Whatever the simple things are there, he has given those. Daphne?
Ma'am, the rate of change of the change of momentum is directly proportional to the mass.
Mhm.
Proportional to the unbalanced force.
It's proportional to unbalanced force applied on it. If you kick a ball harder, it will go very fast. If you kick the ball slower, it will go cover the shorter distance. So that means ball's momentum has changed. So on which factor that ball's momentum depends on? Momentum of the ball depends on? Yes. Yes, Rishila. Momentum of the ball depends on which factor?
Ma'am, momentum of the ball.
Yeah, depends on which factor? Ball's momentum has changed. It was initially at rest, and now if it is moved very long distance. So that distance covered, it depends on which factor?
I can't get you.
The change in momentum of the ball is depends on which factor? So less change or more change in momentum is which factor is controlling that?
The direction of the force.
No, not exactly. Yes, Vedant.
Ma'am, mass and velocity of the object. Mass increases, the momentum increases.
Yeah.
Any one
So
increase.
but now here the how much distance the ball covers is depends on which factor?
Force.
And the momentum.
Yes, Chandra.
Ma'am, force.
It depends on force applied. How hardly you are kicking, it depends on that. Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How much distance that ball will cover is depends on how hardly you are kicking it. How hardly you are throwing any ball. If you, or even on a wall also, if you throw a ball on a wall, jumply, this one, throw it. And if you forcefully throw it, in which case the ball bounces back more. In which case ball bounces more.
The forcefully if we throw.
When we throw the ball forcefully. So it depends on the rate of change in momentum applied. On the momentum here, whose momentum is changed? Ball's momentum has changed. Who tried to change it? The person tried to change it. So how much amount of force is applied on that ball by a person, the momentum of that, accordingly that momentum in the ball changes. Clear? And now that force, applied force, now I am applying force. So how much force I am applying, that depends on my momentum. That is what is my mass and what is my speed. Are you able to understand? So if I am applying force, a person who is applying force is depends on two factors. One is mass of that person. Second one is velocity of that person or an object of person or any object. How much amount of force is applied is depends on the mass and velocity of that particular object. And now that object is applying force on the second object. The second, after how much ever the force is applied, according to that, the momentum in the second object has changed. Is that clear? Are you able to understand?
Ma'am, could you repeat?
Here two things are there. One is the object which is applying force, and the second is object on which force is applied. Here is one object which is applying force on this is second object. This is a ball. This is a person. Now, how much amount of force the person will apply on the ball? It depends on which factor? Two things, its mass and its velocity. This will affect the force applied. Mass and velocity of a person affects the applied force. How much ever force is applied, its mass and velocity changes. Mass won't change, velocity change. So momentum has changed. So due to application of a force, now this force depends on mass and velocity of this person. This force, how much ever force is applied on the ball, accordingly the momentum of this ball changes. Is it clear? So mass won't change, but velocity will change. Is it clear?
Ma'am, is there any case where mass will change?
Yes, it will change in some cases when it breaks down. When you throw a stone and the stone breaks down, mass will change.
Yeah.
Okay, even in nuclear reactions, the same thing is happening. In nuclear reactions, a nucleus, neutrons are the particles which collide on the one of the atom. So atom breaks down to form two or more new atoms having the different masses. So mass changes. That will happen in nuclear reactions. Okay. So based on this, you have derived mass forces the formula. What is the formula for force?
M into
X is equals to M into
F is equal to m into a, and here a can be used as
acceleration.
acceleration can be calculated also by formula
V minus U
V
by T.
minus U by T.
v minus u by t, right? Okay, so using that, 9 questions you have solved. This is the 10th question in front of you. You have already completed 9 questions. This is the 10th question.
Ma'am, 10 Newton. Ma'am, for the first case, is it 10 Newtons?
10 Newton. Yes, right. Now the duration of a 5 second, that 5 second is from the beginning. That is from 3 meter per second is the initial force. And on that, with moving at this speed, at that time, the 5 second velocity is 5 second, the same force is applied for 5 seconds from the beginning.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Second case, is it 4 Newtons?
Ma'am, so U is 3.
U is 3. In the second case also, U is 3.
Okay.
Ma'am, in the second case, is it 4 Newton?
5 seconds, 25. Second case, final velocity.
Oh, sorry.
ma'am,
No, no, no. Yes?
ma'am, in the first case, it is 10 Newton and final velocity is 13 meter per second.
Yes, right. So in the first case, it is object is moving with u is equal to 3 meter per second. Final velocity is 7 meter per second. Time is equal to 2 seconds. We have to calculate force. Mass is also given 5 kg. So F is equal to m into A. A is m into V minus U by T. Mass is 5. V is 7 minus 4 by 2. So 7 minus 3, sorry. So 5 into 4 by 2. 2 2s are, that is equal to 10 Newton is the force applied. Second case, US remains same, 3 meter per second. Final velocity we have to calculate. Time is equal to 5 seconds. We have to calculate the final velocity. Force remains same. So final velocity force is equal to 10 Newton. F is equal to m into v minus u by t. 10 is equal to 5 v minus 3 by 5. This 5 go that side, 2 is equal to v minus 3 by 5.
Ma'am,
10 is equal to v minus 3, v is equal to 13.
ma'am, 5 into v minus 3 by 5, 5 will not cut.
Yeah, that also you can do.
So if 5 is cut, then v is equal to 7.
V minus 3 is equal to 10.
Yeah, v
13.
minus 3 is equal to 10. So v is equal to, yeah, 13.
Next question.
Ma'am,
Yes.
is the answer minus 7,500 Newton?
7,500. Wait.
Ma'am, the answer is minus 27,000 Newton.
Just a sec. Force applied, you have to calculate. $7,500
Ma'am,
minus
minus 7,000.
minus 7,500 newtons.
Ma'am,
Yes.
um,
You're not converting to meter per second
yes, ma'am, I forgot.
every time.
Ma'am, so 1000 kg. No, okay.
Ma'am, what's the answer?
Minus 7,500 Newton.
It is minus 7.5 into 1000.
7,500.
Yeah.
Twelfth one. Find M1, M2 in terms of fraction only. Keep it in terms of fraction.
Ma'am, M1 is 1 by 2 and M2 is 1 by 4 and the answer is 3 by 4.
Yes. When both the masses tied together, find the acceleration. The same force is applied, 5 Newton.
Ma'am, is the answer 3 by 4?
3 by 4 is then total mass. Acceleration you have to calculate.
Ma'am, total mass is 3 by 4.
Yes, total mass is 3 by 4. Then find out the acceleration.
Is it 20 by 3?
3 by 4, 20 by 3, right?
Yeah, 20 by 3.
6.67.
6 point.
67.
Ma'am, 6.66 is the acceleration.
Yes, 67.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, in the 13th question, it's nothing like First it was in rest and then a force of 100 Newton is acting.
Yes.
So means U is 0.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is it 20 seconds?
Ma'am, I'm getting 1 by 20.
No, it's 20.
Yeah, sorry.
It's 20 seconds.
Ma'am, 20 seconds.
That's right.
Ma'am, T is 20 seconds.
Yes, right. Yes.
14th question. Should we convert gram into kg?
Yes, you have to.
Okay, ma'am.
Gram, you need to convert into kg.
Ma'am, 1000 gram makes 1 kg, right? Yeah. Ma'am, is the answer minus 250 Newton?
Let me check. What?
I go,
Minus 75.
Newton.
Minus 25 Newton.
75.
Let me check. It's minus 75.
ma'am, I'm getting minus 0.27.
Ma'am, I'm getting
Ma'am,
minus 250.
ma'am, I got
250.
minus 7500.
7500. No.
Minus 7500.
Uh-huh.
Getting minus 250.
Ma'am, minus 0.27.
Everyone different answers.
Can you
Ma'am, I got minus 75.
Minus 75 is right answer.
It's correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay.
What you have done? The simple question. So complicated. Why you have made? 150 gram mass. M into V minus U by T. M is 150 by 1000. V is 0. U is 30. by time is 0.06. This 0 get cancelled. 15 into minus 30 divided by 100 into 0.06 is 6. 6 5s are, that is minus 75 Newton.
Ma'am, if we calculate acceleration separately, we get minus 500 meter per second square.
500, yeah, 500.
Yes, ma'am.
The
Minus 500, 15 into 5 is 75.
I took mass as 5 by 10 instead of 15 by 10.
Very good.
Done, ma'am.
But still it's coming minus 750 Newton.
Where's 1000 gone? Denominator 150.
Yeah. So 150 by 1000.
15 into 500 by 1000. 150 into 500 by 1000. 3 zeros cancel. 15 into 5.
Okay. Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, to solve this, first we have to use equation of motion.
First find out acceleration.
Yeah, but for that we have to use equation of motion.
First find out acceleration, force and mass is given.
Ma'am, it's 2 seconds. Ma'am, is it 2 seconds?
Yes.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Constant force means it is in
Force
a
remains same.
uniform velocity.
No.
No, sorry, uniform acceleration.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is the time 2 seconds?
Yes, right?
Time is 2 seconds.
Yes. In this case, first find out acceleration. F is equal to m into a. Force is 6 is equal to 1 into a. So a is equal to 6 meter per second square. A we got 6. U is 0. S is 12 meters. Find out time. S is equal to ut plus half at square. This is 0. This is 12 plus half into 6 into t square. 2 3s are. So 3t square is equal to 12. 4 is equal to t square. T is equal to 2 seconds.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, I first found out the final velocity by v square equals u square plus 2as, and then I did force equals mass into v minus u by 2.
Yes, right. Fine, no issues.
How did he find v square is equal to u square plus 2as?
S is given. U is known. A is given. S.
Okay.
Ma'am, the first answer is velocity equals 4 meter per second.
Yes. No. Wait. 16 by 2 8. No, it's not 4.
Be 8 meter per second.
Yes, 8 meter per second.
Yes, ma'am. 8. Distance is 100 meters.
The velocity is 8 meter per second.
Velocity is 8, right?
Ma'am,
Distance
distance is
covered.
100.
1 second.
Ma'am, distance is 100.
Ma'am, distance is 100
And
meters.
Yes,
velocity
right.
is 8 meter per second and distance is 100 meters.
Yes, right.
Distance is 100.
Yeah. Just a second. How you got 100?
Ma'am, S is
10
equal to
seconds.
UT
Okay,
plus
okay,
half
okay.
second.
Okay, okay, got
Yes,
it,
ma'am.
got it. Yes, right, 100. Time I have not seen time, they have changed. I was taking it for 4 seconds. Right. So one more question. No. That's it. Then we have to see the third law of motion. After this, the third law of motion. So what is Newton's third law of motion? Everyone knows that. Newton's third law of motion is, for every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. So if two objects applying force on each other, this is only applicable between two different objects. If this object is applying force on this object, first object is applying force on the second object, then the same amount of force will be applied by second on first, but in opposite direction. One object pushes the second object. In turn, that second object also pushes the first object with a equal force and in opposite direction. Okay. So whenever you think, you check that is ball, when you throw on the wall, what happens? Will it stay there or just fall down?
It will
Is
come
that
back.
happens?
Come back to
Come back.
It will come back.
It bounces back. Why it bounces back? Because how much amount of the force the ball applies on the wall, the equal amount of force is applied by the wall on the ball, and therefore ball moves back into the same direction. Okay, you can do this one activity at home itself. Take two balls, tell your siblings will be there, just throw in opposite directions. Means one ball is coming from this side and the second ball is coming from this side, and then when they collide with each other, then check out their directions, in which direction they move. They won't go forward like this won't happen. They will always move back. They collide, and after collision they move back. So they collide like this, but they don't stay there itself. They move backwards in the same, from wherever they came, in the same direction they move back.
Is it applicable for friction?
Friction, no, friction is applied. There is there should be collision between two things in
Because
opposite direction.
it is also opposite friction.
Yeah, it is opposite happening. This opposite too. There is also the molecules of the gas or this interlocking are stopping them. Due to the interlocking that has happened, frictional force is applied due to interlocking in the surfaces. They won't allow to move in opposite direction.
Okay, because if it was applicable for friction, then we would not move only.
You cannot move in that case.
Yeah.
You have to apply more force against it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is happening. Now examples of this. How can we say in the everyday life examples? You can see this is by this activity also. Just a sec, it has gone. These are the two spring balance are there. This is a one spring balance and this is a second spring balance. One end of the one spring balance has been connected to the rigid support on a wall. It is tied properly, and the end of that hook, two hooks have been merged together, one interlocked in between, and the other end has to be pulled by a person. Whatever the force this person is applying to pull it, you can see here due to pulling force, it will start showing the force applied. So if that is showing 100 Newton and the readings on both the spring balance, if you calculate, you always see the equal readings. The person is pulling slowly or hardly. Whenever it is moving, whatever the distance this spring has moved, the same distance this spring also will move. So that means both of them will show the same reading every time. That means here two objects are interacting. The force is applied on this spring balance. In turn, this force is applied on this B spring balance. So whatever the force is applied on A, the same amount of force will be applied on B because both are pulling each other. A is pulling B and in turn B is pulling A. So therefore the force readings in both the spring balances will be equal always. If the person is pulling very softly, gently, then the reading will be lesser, but equal readings will be seen. If the person is pulling it more harder, so that means it will show the different distance, more distance, and the same distance will be same reading will be seen in B spring balance also. So this is only written here. Take two spring balances A and B, connect together. Fix the spring balance B to the rigid support and the force A is applied on pulling the free end of the spring balance A. Both the spring balances show the same readings. This shows that the force exerted by the spring balance A on B is equal but opposite in direction to the force exerted by spring balance B on A. The force exerted by the spring balance A on B is action and the force exerted by the spring balance B on A is reaction. The same thing happens in case of when we walk on a ground. Whenever we walk on a ground, with our toes, we push the ground backwards. In turn, that is the action force. And what is the reaction here? In turn, the force is applied by the ground on your feet, on our feet, and due to which we move forward easily. You might have seen in case of swimming also. When we swim, we try to push water backwards. With our hand, we start pushing water backwards. So when water moves back, the water also exert reaction force on our body and pushes our body forward, which makes us easy to swim in water. Are you able to understand
Yes, ma'am.
these examples?
Yes, ma'am.
Then this is also.
Ma'am, but then the net force should always be 0.
Net force, here two forces are in action, not in one force. Net force, that is balanced and unbalanced force, we are checking on one object. Here there are two objects in interaction, not one. So other examples. Recoiling of the gun. Recoiling of the gun means here when this gun shoots the bullet, so bullet will move with very fast. So that means force is applied by the gun on the bullet. So due to which the bullet is fired and covers a very long distance. In turn, while moving out, the bullet will apply the reaction force on the gun, due to which the gun moves back. So the gun moves backwards. It won't stay at the same position, it moves back. So it may hurt the person who is firing this, who is using this gun. So the person, at the time of training, they have been given a proper train. So that is, it should be kept proper hold has to be given and properly it should be placed. So that means when the gun moves back, it should not hurt the shoulder of the person who is firing the gun, using the gun. Is that clear? The velocity with which this gun moves back is called recoil velocity. Recoil force means the force applied by the bullet on the gun, due to which gun moves backwards because the bullet has moved forward. So in turn, the opposite direction force is applied by this bullet on the gun, due to which gun moves back. So this is reaction force. This is action force. This is reaction force. Is that clear? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Even while moving out of the boat. So here, while moving out of the boat, we unknowingly push the boat backwards. With this feat, the person will push the boat backwards. In turn, the boat will apply force on the person in the forward direction. So the easily the person can move forward. Clear? When he's stepping out, he is pushing the person is pushing the boat backwards, that is action force. In turn, the boat will push him forward. Therefore, it makes it easy, that person, it's easy to come out of the boat. Clear?
Ma'am, so if I'm pushing a heavy box, mean I'm acting force on the box. So what is the box? What is acting?
So when you immediately leave it, what happens to you?
What, ma'am?
When you are pushing a box and immediately leave the box. At the same position, when you are still pushing, at that time leave the box. What happens?
I'll go like this.
You go backwards. You bend backwards. That is because the box also applies force in backward direction.
Okay.
This is the game I think so many of them have played. In this case, balloon has inflated. This end is properly packed, and then it is connected to a thread. From one end of the one end to other end, the thread, with the help of thread, it is attached, hanged. Now release this knob. When here it is with the thread, when you have connected, release this. What will happen? The gas will start coming backwards and the balloon will move forward. So balloon will cover some distance. The air from this balloon moves backwards and the balloon will move forward through this thread. When a air-filled balloon is released, the force of the air coming out of the balloon, that is action force, exerted an equal and opposite force on the balloon and it moves upwards. That is in upward direction. This is the game, it is forward direction it will move. When parachutes or this one are also moving upwards, what is happening? So in this parachutes also, some fuel is burned. So due to that burnt fuel, the gases moves upward. So actually gases moves downwards, so it applies the force on the ground and due to which the balloon will move upward direction. Or even in case of rockets, what happens in case of rocket? What thing helps it moving upward?
Ma'am, they use the thrust downward. Then they go.
So here the rocket at this age, this is combustion compartment. So in this one combustion takes place. That is the gas present in this chamber starts burning. So that burning will causes the force. It will start, gases will start coming out. So these gases applies the force on the ground in the downward direction. So in turn, the ground applies the reaction force in the upward direction, due to which it makes it easy for the rocket to move upward. When a rocket is fired, the force of the burning gases coming out exerts an equal and opposite force on the rocket and it moves upward.
Ma'am, is it a rule that we have to call this action and this reaction?
Yes, which is applying the, initially who is applying the force and finally because of that who is applying the reactive force. That you need to know. Are this example clear? Are this example clear and is the law clear?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, in the balloon example, there's no need to tie it, right? Like with the thread, there's no need of thread.
Till this holding this, till you make this arrangement till that time. And after that release it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Not clear still?
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Everyone, is it clear or not?
Yes,
I'm not getting your voice properly.
yes, ma'am.
Write down all these
Yes,
examples.
ma'am.
First the law and then example.
Ma'am, this spring balance of right?
Yes, you have to.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you scroll it up? Last line of that verse 6.
Faster.
Ma'am, these diagrams of bullet and gun, we have to not draw them, or should we?
Don't draw anything.
Okay. Ma'am, in the third, when a sailor jumps out of the boat, he exerts a backward force on the boat. It should be right.
Hmm.
In place of
Backward force on the boat. Yes. Yes, where you reached?
Ma'am, can you scroll down?
What example?
Done.